As I said yesterday, Paul's letters are positively a font of source material for words to use throughout worship. He is especially good when it comes to providing words to a charge to a congregation at the end of worship. Today's reading is perhaps the most well-known of these sayings, worthy of any congregation's attention. Hello, I'm Stuart Baskin, pastor of First Presbyterian Church of Tyler, Texas, and this is your daily devotional for Thursday, March 10th, 2022. A recurring pattern in Paul's letters is a beginning section in which Paul addresses some issue facing a congregation, followed by instructions on how to live as the people of God. Whether the issue is a threat from within the congregation or from outside, Paul provides rich theology that addresses the different difficulties. Indeed, we could easily say that without Paul's letters, the theology of the church would not be as rich as it is. But his most memorable phrases are often not from the sections on theology, but in the sections on ethics, the sections on how to live as Christian people. The letter to the Romans is a great example of all this. For 11 chapters, Paul lays out a robust understanding of the essence of the Christian message. And then in chapter 12 he begins, "I appeal to you therefore, brothers and sisters, to present your bodies to God as a living sacrifice." Then he goes on to detail what it means to present ourselves as living sacrifices before God. In verses 9 through 21, he strings together a series of imperatives, any one of which would be worthy material for a worship leader to use as a charge. He says, "Let love be genuine, hate what is evil, hold fast to what is good, love one another with mutual affection, outdo one another in showing honor. Do not lag in zeal, be ardent in spirit, serve the Lord, rejoice in hope, be patient in suffering, persevere in prayer, contribute to the needs of the saints, extend hospitality to strangers. Bless those who persecute you, bless and do not curse them. Rejoice with those who rejoice, weep with those who weep." But it is particularly verses 16 to 18 that are the most memorable. Paul says here, "Live in harmony with one another. Do not be haughty, but associate with the lowly. Do not claim to be wiser than you are. Do not repay anyone evil for evil, but take thought for what is noble in the sight of all. If it is possible, so far as it depends on you, live peaceably with all." Great stuff. And the church always needs to hear these words anew, for we often get ourselves twisted up in one controversy or another, setting ourselves on a collision course with one another and threatening the peace and unity of the church, usually for reasons that turn out to be far less important than we think at the time. The remedy? Not just specific recommendations, but a way of life. Humble, not haughty. Modest, not conceited. Peaceful, not confrontational. This is a way of life that fosters friendship and solidarity. As a congregational charge, one could certainly do a lot worse. Tomorrow, we'll take up the first of two benedictions most frequently used in the church. But for now, may God continue to bless you and keep you in all that you do this day and in all the days ahead.